recognizing the relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentages, the Pictorial edition. So for the first step of our pictorial method, what we've done here is in our maths book, or on a square piece of paper, doesn't matter which, we've drawn a simple bar model. And this bar model is made up of 10 individual squares. And those 10 squares, alright, added together, if each one would count for 10%, would make up 100%. Which we know by now is the equivalent of saying it is a whole. So this entire bar model here is a whole number. It could represent one whole, two wholes, three wholes. It represents a whole number. It could also represent 1.0 in this case.
So now that I've got a whole bar here, I want to see what is the decimal equivalent of 2/5. So now the same thing up here, if we imagine the whole bar is the same as, say, 1.0, then this square here, okay, if we're going up in tens, would be the same as saying this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and so on, all the way up to 1.0. Now, I want 2/5 of this, so if we see the denominator here, if you remember correctly, the denominator tells you how many equal groups you need to split this bar into. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to split into 5 equal groups. So as you can see, I've got 5 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've all got the equal number of pieces inside. And out of those 5 groups, I need 2 of them. So I'm going to shade in this one. It's quite hard when you're actually holding the camera. Alright. So how much is that? How much of that 1.0 is 2/5? Well, we've got 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.4. So we know 2/5, in the decimal equivalent of 2/5 is 0.4. So now the question becomes, what is the percentage equivalent of 2/5 and 0.4? Well, again, we go back to our bar model. Again, this whole bar here is the same as or equal to 100%. And if each of one of these little blocks here counts as, we'll write it up here, if each of these blocks count as 10%, then we've got 10, 20, 30, 40%. So we know 2/5 is equivalent to 0.4, which is also equivalent to 40%. And if we look at all our bars, you'll see that even though we've divided it into 2/5, this is still the same as 0.4, which is still the same as 40%.